Now this is a great question. It's all about flighting shots from short yardages, from Ether Blitz, saying flighting shots from different yardages, 100, 80, 75, 50 and 40. Now the key thing here is playing that half shot gives you that ability to play different flights with your wedges. Now I've come up with a method, I can't take full credit for this, but with one of my students, a mid-handicap student, James, and after he implemented this, he went out and shot 6 shots less than normal 2 weeks later. I think it would have been a week if he'd actually managed to get out and the weather was good. Now, if you're thinking, Alex, how do I ask some questions here on the channel? And I'm answering Esther's here today. Well, dead easy. Subscribe, comment down below what you need help with, and be quick, because I'm planning next week's content right now. Not only are you going to have control from this video, but you're also going to be able to regulate strike and guarantee you're not going to hit those duff ones any longer. Because that duff one comes when we're trying to get that feeling of that half shot, of that sort of 30 to 90 yard range. We all swing back the same length, and we have the idea that if we slow up on the way down as our regulator of speed and distance, that helps us hit the shot. Well, of course, sometimes that works, but so often it doesn't. So having that idea that I'm always going to swing back to shoulder height and slow up into the golf ball to control my distance is why you fat thin the golf ball and really sort of struggle to get any sort of spin and juice on that strike. The idea I want you to have is that you have one method for every single wedge that is a little bit like imagining an elastic band, right? Pulling it back, the more you pull it back, the more speed it has on the way through. So our backswing is the regulator, and all I really need for you, and keep it simple, is a half swing and a full swing. Now I've done pitching videos in the past where we had 3 positions. That is good, that is key. But if you really want to make it simple, just do this. Now I've only brought 2 wedges out with me this evening, so I'll show you how far my 54 and my 58 go with this half shot technique me and James came up with. James, by the way, is a student I've taught for several years. So let's start off with this. It's the hips, and that's the starting point. Now if I stand here with my toes pointing to you, just like this, have a look how much motion I have in my hips. Now so many videos I've done with saying, splay those feet, increase that hip turn. Well, on the half shot, if we reduce the hip turn, it literally makes it automatic. It also keeps your weight on your left side. So what I need you to do, and it does look a little crazy, but I promise you, it like locks the hip in, makes sure the hips don't turn too much, keeps the weight on the left hand side, really makes you strike the golf ball. And you know, you've seen so many videos that keeping your weight on your left helps guarantee a strike. If I just grab my second golf club for reference here, so we've got our feet parallel to start with, feet around 2 club head widths apart, all I need you to do is point your right toe in, and you'll have seen this in the thumbnail, so it's pointing just outside your left, so it's pointing in that direction. So if I had like an arrow out of it, it would be sort of somewhere around here. That's what I need you to do. Now if I stand here and show you my hips, look how little I can turn them. So think about this simply. If you can only turn your hips a little bit, that is going to limit how far you can turn your upper half. Because look, right? If I don't move my hips at all, that's about as much motion as I've got in my upper half. If I then turn my hips, look how I complete my full backswing. 90 turn, 45 lower. If I restrict that lower half, I'm almost forcing my weight on my left, and look how it's automatically making me swing to a half swing. And this will be different for everybody. But what I said to James is, try this, refine this technique out on the golf course and see what yardages your wedges go. Because my 54 will go different to yours. My half swing is different to yours with every single club. But it's about finding and refining a technique that you trust. So this summer you can play your best golf. That's my sole aim. So let me show you how far it goes with my 54 so you've got a guide, and then with my 58. So look, let me just show you that again. Got my foot sorted, my weight's on my left, restricting me. I'm keeping it there. I'm just automatically just swinging to the point where I feel the resistance, and then I'm swinging down. So this is my 54. Let's see how far this goes. Bear in mind, it probably won't go near the flag because it won't go that far. Look at that strike. Easy peasy, easy. Now for reference on carry, my half 54 just went 64 yards. But now if I grab my 58, and if you're wondering who Bernie is, that's one of my little dogs. Just look though. Look how it keeps my weight on here. It's almost like, because my foot's in this angle, and this is what James said, automatic half backswing, automatic push through a little bit, keeping that weight on the left, guaranteeing that low point just ahead of the ball. And that right there is your strike. So let's see how far this goes. And my 58 half swing goes 47 yards carry. Now bear in mind, this is going to stop a lot quicker because it's going a little bit higher and it's got a steeper angle of descent. Now hopefully on both of those shots you noticed, I didn't try and hit them hard on the downswing. I just swung back to that point and let the club fall on the ball. So try that with all of your wedges, whether you've got 1, 2 or 3, work on that half shot. Lock that hip in with that right foot technique. It keeps the weight left, it guarantees a strike, and then you can start to really refine that half shot, the 30 to 90 yard range with every single one of your wedges. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.